Hey guys, Matt, Straight Race Cards here, and happy Masters Week to all that celebrate. It is an awesome week, one of my favorites. Man, I just love the spirit that is in the air. Spring is truly upon us now that the Masters is here. Just an iconic weekend where we get to just experience some of the best golf going around. I love, cheering for my Dallas guys. We got Scotty Scheffler as well as Jordan Spieth and a few others. So excited about that. Pulling for those guys. It's kind of fun. I've got a connection with Scotty because I know his wife's family grew up with them in middle school and high school, and just super fun. And then Jordan was the same grade as me, so always want to cheer for those guys. So excited about that. March Madness just ended and super exciting. What a great finish with Houston and Florida. I was pulling for my Big 12 friends, Houston. They couldn't pull it off. They should have won, but couldn't make it happen. So that was awesome. And then my Texas Rangers are playing pretty well. Anytime you're leading your division, it's always a good thing. So, I can't complain. So pretty excited. We got to get our bats figured out, but our pitching is great. So no complaints there. And today what I wanted to do was I wanted to show you, the state of my current card room. And then I also have a great pickup that I'm excited to share. It's actually a modern card. So I actually don't own any modern cards in my personal collection, but there is one card that I have been looking for a little while. So excited to show you guys that. Should be awesome, and looking forward to digging in. So thanks for watching, everyone. Hey guys, let's see some cards here. So before I show you the card that I got, the modern card, I wanted to show you some cool cards. I actually am giving these away as a part of the Net 54 March Madness tournament that I helped put together. So really cool. I have these awesome Helmar cards. I got a pack of these from Helmar Brewing. I don't know if you guys are familiar with them, but they just do some really cool designs from vintage players, and they do a lot of cool different like what if type cards. But here's a few. So here's Gaylord Perry. I just like these colors. These are pretty cool. Blank backs. Gaylord Perry. I don't know how to say his name, but help me out, people. Zoyo Versailles, shortstop. Pretty cool. Here's another name that I struggle saying. Red Sheendist. That's just a cool card. Look at his face. Pretty fun. Daryl Patterson. This really feels like an old school tobacco card. I mean, just has that cool design. Ken McMullen. You see the Senators, so definitely old school there. Love to see that. And then last but not least, the man, the legend, Willie Horton. So pretty cool. I'll be sending those off this week to our winner. So that's really fun. So always fun when you can find a way to engage the community and just have fun. So I love making brackets, and that's a fun deal. Okay, so this is the card that I have been searching for a little while, and it is another Dallas guy that I am just super excited about. So I don't make many impulse purchases, but you know what? I did. I'm not ashamed to admit it. And I thought, you know what? I want to own a Kershaw rookie in the collection. And so I found one on eBay and reached out to the seller, and I didn't, can't say that it was an amazing deal. Certainly knocked some pricing off of sticker, probably overpaid. I think I spent $115 on this, but you know what? I just love this. It even talks about, says, Clayton garnered, you can all zoom in, Clayton garnered Gatorade National Player of the Year's honors in 2006 when he struck out 139 batters in 64 innings at Highland Park High School in Dallas, Texas. And it's cool because, that's my high school, and it's just that's his rookie card. So how cool is that? So that is awesome, but I think what I love the most about this Kershaw is I love the way Kershaw carries himself on and off the field. I mean, he is a man that is, really just lives out his faith as well. And I just think he's doing that in a really incredible way through his foundation. His wife is amazing as well. And I've gotten to hear them speak many times. And I just think really highly of him. And so excited to pick this up. Really fun. Again, sometimes you just see a card and it's time. So yeah, guys, here's this card, and now I'm going to show you the card room. So thanks for watching. Okay, here is the card room. Bear with me as I walk this camera around, but I'll show you a few little parts and pieces of the card room. So I've got this awesome Pinzoni display case. Sorry, the track light's kind of in the way here, but I'll walk through a few of these. So on the top, I've got my track cards. Really cool. Man, these are awesome. Charlie Paddock, Chariots of Fire legend. You've got Harold Abrahams, gold medalist, 1924. Another, there's the National Licorice that I showed last week of gold medalist Robert Clougan. One of my favorite athletes, Lord Burleigh. I've got a couple of his cards. Here's the Geoffrey Phillips and then the Gallagher's personalities. Awesome card. And then how cool is this Harold Abrahams, 1936 sporting personalities. These cards are just really cool. And go down here. Here's the Al Kaline run that I'm working on. Here's the 63, great card. 71, I think that's just such a great set. And here's the remainder of some pre-war goodness. Speaker rookie, Eddie Collins. This Eddie Collins just really gets me fired up. Christy Mathewson portrait. I am looking to find a new home for that because I do want to find an upgrade to get the M116 Mathewson, and then you've got the 61 K-line. Great colors on that card. Love that. Okay, 1956 tops. Here's some recent pickups. The Eddie Matthews, got that at the Dallas show. Warren Spahn, lefty, come on. Al Kaline, centerpiece of my collection. Just love that. A Roberto Clemente, 1960. I'd love to get the 1960 run. A few more. You've got Nellie Fox with those socks. Hammer and Hank Aaron, pretty cool. Larry Doby, that's a fun, I actually submitted that one. And then a Richie Ashburn, great card. So that is the display that I'm, would love to add another display. And then here's just some other things. Got a vintage Rangers pennant. And then just a reminder for me, man, humility comes before honor. That's how I want to live my life. Ryan Hall, amazing Olympian, set the American record in the half marathon. At one point, just one of my heroes, has lived his faith out really strong. Okay, here is the Chariots of Fire wall right above my desk. I'll show you a few of these. So these are actually press photos from 1980. Here's the running of the race in the courtyard. You see Eric giving his speech for Isaiah 40. A great photo of Harold Abrahams or Ben Cross training. Love that. Here's Eric after one of his victory that actually I think is the gold medal. And then the classic St. Andrews beach scene. Here's another one of Eric in the Scottish Highlands. Love that. Here is a sweet photo of the Americans getting gunned down by Eric Little at the race. Pretty cool. Here's a fun photo. This is after Eric fell down in the race, came back and won. And then last, you've got Mr. Harold Abrams crossing the finish line. And then a few more things. You've got, this is a cool little poster I've got of Ryan Hall as well. It's a fun running one. It's like, man, cross country isn't for everyone. Why do you think treadmills were invented? He signed that with John 10:10, which is talking about finding the abundant life, which is awesome. And then back to baseball, here is the Hall of Fame wall. So I wanted to create kind of my own little inaugural first 5 Hall of Famers. You can tell who my favorite player is, Christy Mathewson, on that. But yeah, here his, and I want to do it with all kind of cards. Here is the Cobb plaque. You can see those just really cool wood plaques. I got these for like $12 at an estate, or not estate sale, at a, what do you call those? Little shows, antique shops. Good Lord, I can't think of that. And then same with the Mathewson, really cool. It's fun to have that card too, so it's a good illustration. You see the Gaudies come into play with the Babe Ruth. And then you've got Wagner as well as the Johnson. So super cool. And then this is a cool, I got this off Etsy, just a great little Mathewson print. And then my wife is incredible. It's a theme that you'll see. But she got me these really cool plates. I think they're from Dover. And here's a Cobb. I mean, that's just awesome. It looks like it's still in a bag there. And then you see those umps in the back. And then here is a Tris Speaker, the Gray Eagle. Definitely looks a little bit older in that photo, but, you know, certainly an awesome one, especially because Speaker is from Texas, from Hubbard, not too far from here, about 50 miles. A few other things. It's a really cool can. A buddy gave me those cans that have that little Texas Leaguer brew, and it's just a fun old school photo. And then a couple other items here. This is actually a photo of the 1924 Olympics. What's really significant is in the corner, right on the right here, this is actually E.A. Montague, which he's not, the others have names, but so super obscure, but wanted to grab that because that was something I thought the only thing I could get before I knew his card existed. Then my mother-in-law gave me this sweet little 1940s era baseball magazine. So that's really cool. And then second to last thing over here, oh man, this is really special. I found this Harold Abrams autograph. Here's the autograph. You can see it a little bit better. This is honestly a once in a lifetime find. Found it on an eBay deal just kind of randomly from a dealer in London, and it checks out. I sent it to several Olympic memorabilia people. They said it looked good, so really cool. Yeah, that's gonna be framed. Need to do some work on that, but wanted to show you all that. And then I've got a bunch of books here. A lot of it is some great baseball books. I've got my baseball books right here. Spoke. You've got the Image of Their Greatness, the Nolan Ryan book, The Celebrant. There's so many great baseball books. Would love your input on other baseball books. And then lastly, this is cool. Again, my wife, Hero, she gave me this T206 blanket. Really, when I got into T206s, this is just a cool blanket. As I started memorizing the players, I just got this blanket, and it was a fun way to memorize the players and the pictures. So I think Catherine got this for like $30 online. So go find it. If you need the link, I'll track it down for you. But really cool. Just love that. So again, there's the card room. So appreciate you guys watching, and keep running the straight race, my friends. Grateful for y'all.